Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to DiscussionVerse. Today I'm talking about something that genuinely blows my mind, and that's how people can idolize rebellion in movies and TV shows, then turn around and back real-world authoritarianism without even blinking. People love to say they're Star Wars fans, Marvel fans, DC fans, Potterheads, Hunger Games stands, Dune disciples, fans of V for Vendetta, My Hero Academia, One Piece even, and the list goes on and on. And here's the uncomfortable truth I've been seeing nonstop. If you celebrate rebellion in fiction while cheering on authoritarianism, censorship, cruelty, or constitutional erosion in real life, then you don't understand the franchises that you claim to love, not even by a little bit. Every single one of those stories is a true warning or a blueprint of what not to support, and you're completely ignoring all of it. And as always, this is your friendly reminder to smash that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe if you're new to the channel and you're not a supporter of fascism or Nazism. With that out of the way, let me get right into my full-on rant here. So how we got to a point where entire fandoms built on fighting tyranny and corruption now openly support political movements and leaders who operate exactly like the villains in their favorite franchises is beyond me, and I'm not even being dramatic, I'm actually being fairly factual. Let's talk about those parallels, the ones that are in plain sight, because right now in the US or in the country as a whole, we are watching democratic norms collapse in real time. You can look at mainstream reporting from CNN, PBS, Reuters, and see the same red flags that every rebellion story has screamed about for decades. You have political leaders openly attacking the legitimacy of elections. You have lawmakers calling for retribution against critics or opponents. You have entire media ecosystems now churning out propaganda that rewrites reality hourly. You even have crackdowns on free speech framed as national loyalty. Hell, I wouldn't even be surprised if this video somehow gets taken down or something happens to it. And it doesn't even stop there. You also have marginalized voices silenced now for security purposes. You have mass human rights violations dismissed as necessary. You have constitutional protection treated as inconveniences instead of guarantees, while we also have authoritarian rhetoric normalized to the point where people don't even flinch anymore. We just openly accept it with the current leaders that are in position. Like, times are so crazy right now that we have a modern day Gestapo posing as ICE and DHS. What's even more up and crazy is that there are known groups and people that are posing as ICE agents and they're able to get away with some heinous. We are watching modern day fascism and Nazism seep through into the US soil. These are not metaphors, these are not even hypotheticals, these are not even plot devices in a galaxy that's far, far away. These are the exact same conditions that define the Empire, the Capital, the Ministry of Magic, the Hegemony, the Citadel, the Hero Commission, the World Government. Every other evil corporation or group that you've known mirrors this exact thing, and the exact ones. That's line for line and structure for structure and abuse for abuse. And the wildest part, there's millions of fans who cry over rebellions in fiction that are cheering for the villains in real life. And by cheering, I mean through their votes, their silence, their indifference, or simply looking the other way. They look at a leader who openly threatens institutions and journalists, minorities, and political rivals and say, yeah, that's my guy, that's who I want as my leader, as my president. And they look at people fighting for basic rights and call them the extremists. They look at police crackdowns and military overreach and shrug. They look at censorship and propaganda and corruption and say, well, maybe that's what we need. Congratulations, you yourself are now the Empire. You are the Capital. You are the Death Eaters. You are the corrupt heroes. You are every tyrant, every boot-licking overseer in the stories you pretend to love. You are no different than a fascist Nazi. Thank
you, that was a cover.
And this isn't about just misunderstanding the message. This is about full-on rejecting it because the real-world version benefits you, comforts you, or validates your hate. That makes you a Nazi. That makes you a fascist. That makes you a true scum in every sense of the word. And the very things the heroes you idolize would fight against without hesitation. And deep down, you have to know it. And here's another truth bomb, the one nobody wants to admit. Fiction didn't fail you, you failed fiction. You were given every warning sign decades before they showed up at your doorstep. You were handed stories about resistance, solidarity, rebellion, accountability, humanity, and morality, and you treated them like fireworks to clap at instead of messages to internalize. You cosplay as rebels but vote like stormtroopers. You quote freedom while defending oppression, and you cry at the fall of the republic but cheer as your own democracy crumbles. You chant no gods, no mansers, but bend your knee at the first wannabe dictator who promises to hurt the people you've already probably hated. And here's the thing about rebellion stories, they don't need you. They were never about you. They were warnings for the rest of us. So it's fine if you keep cheering for the empire if you want, and you keep waving your little flags for tyrants, and keep pretending your cruelty makes you strong, because history has a perfect record. Every empire falls, every tyrant loses, every fascist gets remembered for exactly what they were. And when that happens, you won't be the brave hero, you won't be the misunderstood patriot, and you definitely will not be the rebel you imagine yourself to be. You will become the villain, you will be the shame, and you'll be the cautionary tale that future generations point to and say, don't ever become that. And this is DiscussionVerse, and thank you for watching. And if you're on the right side of history, I'll see you in the rebellion and catch you guys on the next video. Peace.